Hi and welcome back to my channel and a happy new year to you all. Hope 2016 will be a good one. So just to let you know, instead of doing one tutorial a week, I'm going to be doing 2 tutorials a week from this week onwards. So feel free to subscribe to my channel so you can get updated on when I'll be posting these videos, but they should be every Wednesday and Sunday. Okay, so over the next few weeks, I'm going to be sharing with you some of my favourite products at the moment that I have in my kit. And I'll be showing you some of my favourite high-end products and some of my favourite drugstore products. And today I'm going to share with you some of my favourite high-end skin base products. So foundations, primers, concealers and correctors, etc. So I'll start with foundations, and I'll start with one of my favourite foundations by MAC, and it is the Face and Body Foundation. And as it says on the tin, it's really good for the face and the body. I use it a lot on the body. It just gives a nice sheen to the skin. But it's also really good for the face if you have, I would say, normal to dry skin. It's a light to medium at best coverage, I would say. Yeah, and it's good for normal to dry skin, as I said, and it has a dewy finish. So if you have oily skin, I would probably stay away from this on the face, but you could still use it on the body. Okay, another foundation that I really like at the moment, again for normal to dry skin, is the Stila Illuminating Liquid Foundation. Again, I would say this one is a light to medium coverage, and it just looks really natural on the skin with a slight dewy finish, as you would expect with it being called Illuminating Liquid Foundation. Again, if you have oily skin, I wouldn't recommend it, but great if you have a normal to dry skin and you're after a light to medium coverage. Okay, so moving on to quite a good all-rounder, I would say, is the Illamasqua Skin Base Foundation. And this one I would say is good for combination to dry skin, and a little of this goes a long way. Yeah, because if you use too much of it, it can become cakey on the skin. So yeah, use a little of it and make sure that you do use like a good skincare routine before using it. I would recommend that you use a scrub and a good moisturizer and a good primer before you apply this to get the best look from it. But yeah, a really good all-rounder for most skin types, I would say. And then another one by MAC that I really like is the Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. And this one is, I would say, really good for oily to normal skin. not great if you have dry skin because it is quite a mattifying foundation. I would say it's sort of medium to full coverage. You can definitely build it up to a full coverage, and it's great for weddings and events because it does last long on the skin. Yeah, so I would definitely recommend this one if you have oily to normal skin and if you're looking for a foundation that will last a long time on the skin. And then another one that I really like as a good all-rounder too is the Bobbi Brown foundation stick. Looks a bit like this. And this one is a cream foundation. So I would say this one's good for sort of combination or normal to very dry skin. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it if you have oily skin because it is a cream foundation. But it has a lovely natural finish to it. And yeah, just looks really good on the skin. So if you're after a natural finish and you have sort of normal to dry skin, then I would definitely recommend that one. Okay, moving on to primers. If you're after a bit of a glow to the skin, I really like this Strobe Cream by MAC. Yeah, it just gives a really nice glow to the skin, and it just looks great under foundation. So if you have dry skin and you want to give it, you know, a nice sheen, then I would definitely recommend using this under your foundation. Another product that I like to use to give skin a nice glow is the Sunbeam highlighter by Benefit. So this is like a liquid highlighter, but I use just a drop of it and mix it in with my foundation, and that gives the skin a really nice glow. If you're after a really good all-round primer that makes your foundation last all day, and you know, gives your skin that smooth canvas to work on, then you can't go wrong with the Smashbox Photo Finish. This is the one that I use, you know, if I'm doing weddings and things like that. So yeah, definitely a really good all-round primer. Then concealers. So I tend to use sort of a different concealer for covering blemishes and redness and things like that, and then I use a different one for the under eye area, more a lighter concealer, you would say, to cover any dark circles and bags. But you don't want your under eye concealer to be too heavy, otherwise it will sit in the lines, and that's why I don't use the same concealer for the different things. So for the under eye, I really like the MAC Select Moisture Cover. It's just really nice and light, gets rid of those dark circles, but it's really nice and moisturising as well for those fine lines. And then to cover blemishes and redness and things like that, I go for more of a heavy duty concealer, and again I do use one by MAC, which is this Pro Conceal and Correct palette. I have all three of them, so I have the light, the medium, and the dark, And in these as well, you get some corrector shades. For instance, if I show you the medium palette here, there is a yellow and a peach coloured corrector, so you can mix those in with the concealers to cover what you want to cover. And again, in the dark one here, there's a really nice orange one. So yeah, those are great for covering all blemishes and redness, etc. And I think that's it for some of my favourite high-end skin base products. In my next video, I will share with you some of my favourite drugstore skin-based products. So, you know, if your budget doesn't stretch to, you know, these high-end brands, then please check out my next video, and hopefully that will be helpful for you. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.